snap, set down, and kick are all good. And with 4:12 to go in the first half, when it looked like St. Joe was going to grab the lead, Caleb Johnson says, let me take that from you, and takes it on in for a 7-0 lead. We've got the score flipped on the scoreboard. It should be Marian leading St. Joe 7-0.
St. Joe Catholic Church in South Bend is proud to support this excellent football matchup featuring numerous St. Joe parishes and St. Joe grade school alum. Join us for Mass this weekend, Saturday at 5 p.m. or Sunday at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., or 5 p.m.
So a 7-0 Marian lead. Thanks to a pick six for Caleb Johnson, a young man you'll meet at halftime, one of our Tony Letcher Student Athletes of the Week. 4.5 GPA, and apparently he did his homework on what to expect from A.J. Lassane on that play.
Yeah, just a great job. This defense really stepping up. Defense for Marian's really stepped up all night, really hasn't given St. Joe much. And just the pressure that they've put on him, on Lassane in the backfield. Batted pass there, and Johnson able to pick it and go the distance.
Now we'll see if the special teams can try to give St. Joe a boost here, or if Marian can pin them back in with bad field position. The deep men for St. Joe are Brayson Hurley and Noah Butsumsi, as Lucas Primrose gets ready to put the boot to it. Marian on top, 7-0, 4:12 to go, first half. High end-over-end kick. Butsumsi drops it at the 6, picks it up at the 12, and is in trouble. Wiggles his way out to the 17-yard line, but it will not be good field position for St. Joe for the final 4:04 of the half.
A big thank you to Bruno's Pizza at River Park on Mishawaka Avenue for feeding our wonderful crew tonight. Stop in, take out, or get delivery from Bruno's Pizza. Best pizza in town since 1975, and go Knights.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line, or excuse me, not the 40, that's what it says on the scoreboard, from the 17-yard line. And Marian with a 7-0 lead. We'll see if A.J. Lassane can bounce back here after the interception. St. Joe continues to air it out. He was able to hit Hurley that time, and Hurley gets hit quite a bit after a pickup of 6.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools. Link your Elevate credit or debit card, and your nonprofit earns 1% cash back. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/Elevate to learn more.
You'll notice the helmets of the St. Joe linemen all look different than the skill position players. That's because they're all wearing these concussion caps to try to help prevent from head injuries out there. High snap, Lassane in the flat to Dallas Downey, but he has nowhere to go as he's corralled at the 25-yard line, finished off by Joe Boone after he was held up by Nick Quiet.
A lot of head contact inside the trenches that people don't realize. It's just the repeated over and over, hands to the helmet, shoulder pads, hitting the helmets. It's just that little extra padding that they're trying to give. And they don't like to have those for the skill position players, because then it's kind of a false sense of security, and then a lot of times they'll drop their head and use their head since they think they have a little bit of extra padding.
And you saw how dangerous that was in the NFL game on Thursday night for Tua Tagovailoa of the Dolphins. 3rd and 3. And the throw from Lassane out into the flat, and that's a first down for St. Joe as they were able to get outside to Brady Lonecker. But the big play of this one so far has been the pick 6 by Caleb Johnson. We'll give you one more look from J-Mill Packaging. This was on St. Joe's last drive. Ball batted in the air. Johnson was able to corral it and race 73 yards for the score. And that's how Marian has grabbed this 7-0 lead. Now with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half after St. Joe just picked up a first down on the pass to Lonecker.
Husky first down.
Lassane again stops, throws, Hurley the catch, trying to wrestle away from people, and the rugby scrum takes him down to about the 39-yard line to pick up a 5 on the play.
A big thank you to Lilliart Insurance Agents for their work in helping Sports Michiana get all its insurance needs. Real people, real service, real value. That's their slogan. But Matt Lilliart and his teams also live it every single day. Visit realvalueins.com to get the personal touch you deserve from Lilliart Insurance Agent.
Clock stopped there as the officials wanted to check on Brayson Hurley. They deem he's okay, and they start the clock again as we hit 2 minutes to go before halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll have our Tony Letcher Student Athletes of the Week, our St. Joe County Police halftime report, and Anj will have interviews with the sidelines from some people from both schools involved in this great rivalry. Lassane fires. Hurley couldn't hold on to that one, and he nearly flipped into the hands of a defensive back.
Pass to Hurley, incomplete.
Respect, loyalty, pride, courage, integrity, and dedication. Those are the many ways officers at the St. Joe County Police are serving our community. If you are looking for a career change that can really make a difference, visit sjcpd.org to learn more.
So 3rd and 4 from the 40.
Back to the 40-yard line. That's 3rd down and 4 for St. Joe.
Hurley off to the right. Kimbrough and Downey to the left. Lassane looks right, fires, and Hurley was held that time by Quinn Roan, and the flag will come in.
Reminder, our second quarter is brought to you by Frick's Dairy Queen. Get in there and get their pumpkin blizzard.
6 penalties now against Marian, and that'll be 55 yards in penalties once this 15-yarder is marked off. That'll take St. Joe into Knight's territory at the 45-yard line.
Pass interference call against the Knights.
That was a pretty easy call for the crew because Roan had Hurley around the arms.
Very easy call in that situation.
At the Marian 45.
Don't forget, next week on Sports Michiana, we'll be with you from Intera Field in Middlebury. Northwood and Northridge and Northern Lakes Conference action. We'll have the pregame for you at 6:45, the kickoff at 7 on your home for high school sports, Sports Michiana. 1st and 10 from the 45. Lassane wants to throw, lobs it up there, and it is intercepted. Quinn Roan. Roan trying to weave his way through traffic. Roan serpentining across Tutulski Field. A holding call against Marian will bring part of this back. Roan finally goes down at the 41.
Actually, 2 flag and a 3rd flag comes in really, really late.
We also have a St. Joe player down on the field, one of their linemen, but I think he's just gassed from running all over the field.
They're moving that flag that came in late over by where he was down on the ground.
There will be a lot to sort out here. Definitely. But in the meantime, A.J. Lassane with his 2nd interception in the quarter.
Yeah, we definitely saw the holding call here, but something after the play ended, so it might be a dead ball foul as well, personal foul after the play.
Quite the interception by Roan. That ball just hung up in the air forever, and Roan was able to get position and get in front of Brayson Hurley, the intended receiver. But now this officiating crew has to sort out all the laundry that they dropped on the field. While they do that, we'll tell you planning and preparation are important in life. When it comes to estate planning, Peter Horvath Law will get you prepared. If you need a will, trust, living will, power of attorney, Peter's ready to advise and support you in protecting your assets and passing them on to your family. Learn more at peterhorvathlaw.com, and he says, go Knights.
Of course, the Horvaths say go Knights.
I would expect nothing less.
Exactly.
Tried to give the crew more time to figure it out. Michael Davidson wants to know who all the penalties are on. I don't know that Michael's got enough arms to indicate. We got a holding call that happened at the 49, a personal foul that happened at the 47, and another personal foul against St. Joe that happened at the 36.
And I believe the one at the 36, they gave it a dead ball. So the first two during the play. So I think that's what they're trying to figure out.
Boy, this is like a Jenga puzzle right now. As they try to get this one sorted out. It's tempting to throw it down to Angelo Carlo just to let him solve it.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows exactly what's going on down there.
Angelo, you're sponsored by the Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools. I'm sure there's something in the curriculum that helps with this, isn't there?
I'm sure, definitely. Totally on top of everything of what's happening on this play, and whatever happens, whatever the officials decide, ultimately that was what happened on the play.
Thank you. Thank you for the clarity.
Hey, Anj, I really like that shirt down there. Where can somebody get a shirt like that?
You like the It's Tops Sports Michiana shirt? Look at that. Looking very good. If you go to our Facebook page, go on the side, go into the website, click on it. We got the link to it, and you can purchase a shirt, help support Sports Michiana that way, and you can look good in the process. That's the most important part.
Not just shirts, right? Caps, tumblers.
Yeah, you get hats, you can get tumblers, you can get a lot of different things. Sweatshirts. I heard some people have already ordered sweatshirts, so there are going to be people walking around town with gear that you and I, Chuck, don't have, so we might have to purchase stuff ourselves.
Ooh, that goes against the credo.
Big thank you to It's Tops for sponsoring our crew gear and our shirts that we have and our jackets that we have. Just a great job of really getting us stuff in a timely fashion as well. It was quick turnaround and got it to us and looked great in it.
Mark Gardner and his crew have been terrific on that. The officials are getting their steps in right now as they mark off the two penalties against Marian. And now, don't they have to go back the other way for the St. Joe penalty or no? Nope, they'll just set it down there at the 23-yard line. Michael Davidson still isn't done trying to get the explanation on this with 1:17 left in the first half.
It sounds like it was a holding and then two personal foul penalties all on Marian is what we're hearing from the sideline.
Well, that's not the indication that he gave when he pointed.
And maybe it's not, but that's what the Marian coaches seem to think on the sideline anyway. So,
I'm not sure Michael Davidson's a believer.
Well, that might be why there's the confusion, because everyone's hearing different things.
Michael trying to sort this out. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. Be back from Tulski Field after this. Never mind. We'll just watch the Quinn Roan replay here. See if we can pick up some of these fouls. There's the hold right there. That's very easy to see. Where the personal fouls occurred are beyond where the camera shot was. So let's go back to live action. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line for Marian. It's own 23, but they do get the ball after the turnover. Lucas Marr looks to throw. Braxton Brooks makes the catch, steps out of bounds to stop the clock at the 29-yard line. A pickup of 6 for Brooks.
Great job of awareness of getting out of bounds right there. Save your timeouts. Still have 3. Both teams have 3.
Brooks has all 3 of the catches tonight for Marian for 40 yards. Lucas Marr, 3 out of 6 tossing the ball. Remember, Marian took the opening kickoff of this game, so St. Joe will get the ball back to start the second half. But still time for the Knights to drive down the field here. Marr steps into the pocket, now flushed out of it. Fires into the flat and has his man Jack Deerall, and he's got room to run. Deerall down the sidelines. Deerall finally brought down at the 18.
Huge pickup here in the late second quarter. Wow. Great job of getting the ball upfield, Marr, to Deerall. Deerall breaking the tackle, getting upfield, picking up the Marian High School first down, getting them inside the red zone.
And after a 53-yard pickup, Marian takes timeout with 58.5 seconds left. Back after this 30-second timeout on Sports Michiana.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models. Serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Reliance. Design, build, renovate. The timeout for Marian sponsored by DeWalt Fluid Power. It is a 1st and 10.
Here we go, 1st and 10, Marian.
From the 18-yard line.
18-yard line.
Marr in the flat. It's Darrell again, and he'll take it on up to the 12-yard line, a pickup of 6 on the play. But let's take another look at the big play here by Jack Darrell on the 53-yard pass from Lucas Marr. And Marr brought him some time with his scrambling, and then Darrell broke one tackle and was off to the races. We'll have to break out of the replay here, come back to live action on 2nd and 4. Marr in the flat. Touchdown, Marian. The Knights take it on in for the score with Terrence Lane Jr. on the touchdown, and it's 13-0.
Great job. Great route, Marr. Hitting them on the slant route, getting underneath the defender, getting in the end zone. Big score here for the Marian Knights, sponsored by Marian Products.
They have turned both interceptions into touchdowns. One with the pick 6, and then one after all the penalties, taking it down the field for a 77-yard touchdown drive in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Lucas Primrose is on to try the extra point out of the hold of Mitchell Fimble. The snap and kick are both good, and with 26 seconds to go before halftime, it's a 14-0 Marian lead as you get another look at the touchdown pass from Chris Skibby's camera. And Lane, sometimes the forgotten receiver on this team. So much attention is given to Deuce Owens and Braxton Brooks and Jack Darrell. But here's Terrence Lane Jr., who's very capable, running a nice little route and doing it to perfection.
I really like how Lucas Marr has been able to look for different receivers and understands he's got multiple weapons out there. Doesn't have to look just one way. And again, ability to scramble just a little bit by Lucas, getting to the outside, picking up the touchdown there for Marian Knights.
So it's a 14-0 Marian lead with 26 seconds to go here before halftime.
Covered 77 yards, 4 plays.
And Marian has really turned the tenor of this game around in the final 4 minutes of the first half, because you had St. Joe apparently poised to take the lead down at about the Marian 21-yard line, certainly within field goal range of Ryder Place. But instead, the pick 6 and then another pick back in Marian territory sets up the Knights for this drive.
Again, the defense really set up the offense twice. Well, once they scored for the offense, and the second one, the big pick, getting great field position. Of course, they did come back from all those penalties, but the big pickup by Jack Darrell to picking up that big first down and getting down inside the 20.
Kickoff taken by St. Joe, and weaving his way through traffic and getting down to about the 31-yard line is Ryan Ruskowski. And Ruskowski will set up St. Joe for the last 19 seconds of the half.
Two drives, so in this situation, probably just going to take a knee and go ahead and head it into the half.
And obviously, if you're even a Marian fan, you have to have concern right now, because twice so far this season, the Knights have had leads going into the second half, only to see them slip away in the final 2 quarters.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things they will talk about at halftime, and I think they made that adjustment last week as well. But they will discuss it. And here it looks like the victory formation, they call it, but going into half, and not victory yet.
Perhaps in the Holy War, more appropriate to say he genuflects behind the center, and that will do it for the first half of play from Metulski Field. And we get ready to go downstairs for a Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools sideline report, but Angelo DiCarlo has Michael Davidson in his sights. Go ahead, Ange. First, Michael Davidson wants to have a word with the officials, so we'll buy a little time here. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll have our St. Joe County Police halftime report and our Tony Letcher Student Athletes of the Week, sponsored by Tony Letcher and Health Markets. Plus, Ange will have a chance to chat with some of the luminaries here at the 64th Annual Holy War of the Gridiron, and maybe even have a chance to talk to a special guest from the diocese as well. Michael Davidson continuing to chat with the officials about those 3 flags on the interception play and trying to get that sorted out. You see him there talking to, I believe, Roger Griffiths is our white hat tonight. And they're still trying to get all that sorted out. The other thing he's doing is buying a little more time for his team to get to the locker room. Okay, Mike's available. Here you go, Ange.
All right, Coach. Outstanding end to the half. Testing your 40 time, yeah. Outstanding end to the half, especially from your defense. Tell us about how much of a spark they gave you there.
Defense played well all half long. We put them in a couple of bad spots by not cashing in when we should have offensively. Defense played well all game long.
We're going to hear from Caleb Johnson here as our Student Athlete of the Week presented by Tony Letcher, but tell us a little bit about him on the field and off the field. Obviously a huge touchdown from him.
He's got to get in better shape. He had to be out for about the next 4 or 5 plays, so I think we got some extra sprints coming next week. But there's not a bad word that can come out of my mouth about Caleb. He can babysit my kids. He can tutor anybody and everybody. He's going to be a great father, human being. Whatever he ends up doing in life, he's going to be a hell of a lot more successful than me.
Coach, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Best of luck in the second half. Chuck and Bo, back up to you, and it'll be great to hear from Caleb coming up momentarily.
Michael Davidson's got jokes going into halftime. He's also got a lead, 14-0 at the break. Tony Letcher, Health Market Student Athletes are next on Sports Michiana.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models, serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
Time now for our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We have 2 outstanding football players from Marian and St. Joe with us here tonight, also excelling in the classroom as well. Caleb Johnson, a senior at Marian, and Brady Loniger, a senior at St. Joe. Brady, we'll start with you. In addition to playing football, you're also a member of the baseball team. You have a 4.4 GPA. How do you balance everything?
Really just taking advantage of the free class time. Like, we get a flex period at least twice a week, and just getting all my homework done then just saves me time for after school so I can get the rest I need for Friday nights.
You're involved in freshman mentoring. Tell us about that and why you do it.
I really just do it because I want to get my freshman experience, and especially the football players that are coming up. I want them to get the experience I had and just be able to lead the rest of the community around them.
What's the future hold for you?
I plan to study business somewhere in college, but I'm undecided.
All right, and obviously St. Joe does a great job preparing you. How do they prepare you for what the future will hold?
It's great teachers, great education. There's a great program you can go through just to get through a bunch of AP classes and get college credit.
Brady, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Caleb Johnson, senior here for the Marian Knights. He also participates in track, has a 4.5 GPA. How do you pull it all off?
Kind of like Brady said, it's all about time management, and I wish I do the best I can do and everything. So just holding myself to that standard allows me to do pretty much anything I can put my mind to.
You're also part of the South Bend, Mishawaka Youth Leadership Program. Tell us a little bit about that and why you do it and how rewarding that is.
Yeah, it's great. So I applied there my sophomore year, went through a interview process, and it just allows me to get a better sense of the community that I'm in. I did a fundraiser for Hello Gorgeous, and I was able to raise money for them. They help women that are going through cancer, and it was just a great experience.
What's the future hold for you?
I plan to attend college. Maybe looking something in biology. Notre Dame, Villanova are two of my top colleges right now.
All right, Villanova's a good one. That's Pennsylvania. That's my home. Finally, tell us a little bit about what being a Marian Knight means to you.
Neither of my parents are from here, so I don't have family, but I feel like when I came here, I am just part of a big family, and that's really what it means to me. It's less of a school, more of a family to me.
Caleb, thank you very much. Congratulations. Brady, congratulations again. Caleb Johnson, Brady Loniger, two outstanding representations of their schools. This is the Holy War on Sports Michiana, and this was the Student Athletes of the Week presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We're back right after this on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best.
Shopping for tires used to really grind my gears. So many tires, and the thought of choosing the right one made me, Precisely. That's before I went to TireRack.com. I got the best deal hands down. My tires ship fast and free, arrive the next day like clockwork. Tire Rack even gave me 2 years of free road hazard protection. Precisely.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, putting people over profits. 14-0 Marian at the intermission as we join you from the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby and Bo Hundt high above the fray. The defenses have dominated in this one.
We knew this was going to be kind of a defensive battle. Both these defenses were going to step up. Marian with a little bit better offense, and it showed here tonight. They moved the ball a lot more than St. Joe was able to.
As Caleb Johnson was able to pick up a pass when St. Joe was threatening late in the first half.
Yeah, we talked about what Marian has played this year in their schedule, their first two games against Mishawaka and then Culver Academies, how tough of teams they've played coming into this game. And just having that 1-2 record, everybody's like, maybe St. Joe's got the edge. I'm telling you what, this Marian team's no joke.
Well, this game always brings out the big luminaries from both schools, and some of them are standing by on the sidelines tonight. Let's go downstairs for a Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic School sideline report with Angelo Carlo.
And by big, you obviously every one of these bats. What are your thoughts on how exciting it is when St. Joe and Marian are going at it?
I thought it's always been neat, whether it's football. I think it's kind of neat for the NIC. All the sports played this week. I know volleyball was here, and I think soccer played this week. I think that just kind of adds to it, and I don't know if during winter if they're doing that with wrestling and girls basketball, but it's always intense, and I know the fans, like it. And it seems like every ICCL kid in the area is out here right now, playing football or something. So it's always been an exciting time, all the years that I've been coming to the Holy War.
And the one thing I've noticed is while it's intense on the field, on the court, afterwards, for the most part, everyone gets along. You and Eric have been chatting for a while. How nice is it to have a rivalry that when you get off the court, out of the game, you guys can still be close and friends?
I think it's great. When they won the sectional, I was rooting for them, and we talked a few times. We talked, Mark Johnson before him and I have been friends for 1,000 years. Ben Downey and we taught in the Mishawaka schools 20, 25 years ago. It's just, they're great guys. the great programs that they run, and you always want to beat them. I'm sure Coach Davidson wants to obviously win tonight, but at the end of the day, he's going to probably still be friends with Downey like I am with Coach Gaff.
Coach, let's talk a little basketball. Obviously, you guys went down to the state finals, have a lot of great players back this year. What's your mindset as a coach to get your team ready for that after you have that success and a lot of those guys are back? Obviously, the expectations will be through the roof.
We've been talking about championship behaviors. Everything we want to do through the summer, now into the fall, is about championship behaviors. You can fact check, man. Think about every team that's made a run loses in sectionals the following year. And so that's, one of those success traps you get. You have some success, and you just expect yourself to make a big run no matter what. And so that's the big thing we're trying to get out of our kids. Like, hey, you got to have the behaviors that are going to lead to a championship. Everything we do, from tying our shoes to the way we're shooting free throws, has to be on par with a championship.
Rob, what are you expecting out of your group this year?
I think once we get going, I think we'll be inexperienced like we were last year. And, we may have a kind of a tough start at the beginning, but I think towards the end of the year, we can compete with, the teams in our sectional.
And that sectional's loaded as always. It won't be easy, will it?
It always is. I mean, I always say in this area, and 4A coaches get mad at me all they want, but this 3A sectional is tougher than the 4A sectional 90% of the time.
Rob, thank you very much. Eric, thank you very much. Eric Gaff, head coach at St. Joe. Rob Berger, head coach at Marian. Chuck and Bo, back up to you.
All right, let me give you quickly some scores from around the area here. Garrett leading Lakeland 13-0 at halftime. That's a battle of the unbeatens in the NACC. Penn on top of South Bend, Washington, 44-0 at the half. Paw Paw leads Sturgis up in Michigan, 56-0 at the half. First quarter, Valpo leads Michigan City by a count of 7-6. We also have Warsaw leading Wawasee 56-0 at the half. St. Joe on top of Cowloy Norix up in Michigan, 35-0 at the half. Watervliet and Delton Kellogg tied at 8 up in Michigan. Here's a little bit of a surprise. Fairfield with a 16-10 lead on Culver Military at a halftime. South Haven leads Coloma 21-14 at the half. Also, Mishawaka and Northwood in quite the scrap. The Cavemen lead at 15-13 at the intermission. Edwardsburg leads Plainwell 39-17 at the half. And at the half at Jackson Field, Elkhart leads Riley 7-2. Ooh. So the defense has shown up for Riley tonight. Here, 14-0 Marian with the lead. We're back with second half play-by-play from Metulski Field. Thanks for joining us here in the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. You're watching high school football on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's tire decision guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
Medicare plans can be confusing.
Yep.
They don't have to be. I'm Tony Ledger.
Yeah, so they just went to the 3 minute. So I would say go ahead and, everything through Lillier. Stop there.
You can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Are you tired of auto service from big box stores and new car dealers? 45 years ago, my parents, Bud and Diane, founded Zolman's with a strong commitment to the community. Today, Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care is still family owned and operated with over 150 employees and families. And we offer a price match guarantee on any tires from any local dealer, while providing complete auto service on all makes and all models, serving you and your family for 3 generations. Buy local, shop local. Zolman's Best One Tire and Auto Care.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Big C Lumber. Let's go downstairs for a Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic School sideline report. Angelo DiCarlo had a chance to chat with Ben Downey at the intermission.
Yeah, Chuck, he said self-inflicted wounds. That's what he said to his team. Like, look, in a game like this, you cannot have those type of self-inflicted wounds when both teams are so evenly matched. He said the good news was halftime came at the right time. It gave him an opportunity to flush that away. He said, yeah, you could see the spirits were down after having a couple of those big plays go against them, but now having a 20-minute or so halftime gives them a chance to regroup and recharge and hopefully come out strong here to start the third quarter.
And St. Joe will get the kickoff to start the third quarter. A third quarter brought to us by our friends at Stipp Law.
Stipp Law in South Bend is excited to support high school football on Sports Michiana. Stipp Law achieves positive results by providing comprehensive, passionate representation. Stipp Law, legal help for all life's hurdles.
Lucas Primrose will do the kicking here for the Marian Knights. And back deep to receive Hurley and Butsumsi, or is that Ruskowski? It looks like Ruskowski has taken over for Butsumsi to return the kickoff. Darkness has fallen here upon Atulski Field. Great night for high school football. And the second half of the Holy War is underway. High spinning kick, Ruskowski from his 15. Ryan Ruskowski tried to hit the seam and wound up only getting to about the 26-yard line before a host of Knights bring him down.
Our Sports Michiana apparel is courtesy of our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. Clothes, office supplies, tumblers. If you want to put your logo on something, odds are It's Tops can make it happen. Dead ball foul. Move that ball up just past the line of original line of scrimmage.
St. Joe.
9 yards downfield. Isn't that manageable?
And that's always a tough call for a lineman when the quarterback starts scrambling like that. You think, okay, well, he had to punt back in the first quarter.
Yep, got a hand on it, got good field position for Marian in that situation.
Place puts a good boot to this one, and it takes a nice roll, and Braxton Brooks will let it die at the 25-yard line. So a 44-yard kick with no return. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to be like pulling teeth. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's tire decision guide made it easy to drill down to the right tires for me.
What?
Oh, I got a great deal. My tires shipped fast and free and arrived the next day. I even got 2 years of free road hazard protection.
Where?
You're darn right, wow. Next time your tires get long in the tooth, visit TireRack.com.
TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by the Lilliard Insurance Agency. Real people, real service, real value. 1st and 10 from the 25 for Marian. And the pass from Lucas Marr goes out in the flat and is completed for about a 7-yard pickup on the play to Braxton Brooks. Brooks with his 4th grab of the night now for 47 yards.
Join the pack at St. Joe High School, where faith, character, and excellence are at the core of our mission to transform students in both heart and mind. Thanks to the expansion of school choice, tuition is now more affordable than ever. Learn more at stjoehigh.com and go Huskies.
Marr is now 6 of 9 for 118 yards and, importantly, no interceptions.
KO. Yeah, it was right where he landed. What are you talking about?
Wow, it sure looked as though Smith batted it forward about 8 yards on the play, and again the officials will talk this one over.
Looks like they're going to leave it right there.
The St. Joe coaches a little bit perplexed at the call. But it'll be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. For St. Joe, their second possession of the second half. Still trying to find a way to get on the scoreboard. You mentioned those Andrew Weiss factoids. We may have one after this. You'll see it again here on the J-Mill Packaging replay.
I think it was one of those, thought the receiver was going to run a different route than what he did and kind of threw it downfield. Saw it look like what is a holding call, and then a little bit of scrum after the play out of bounds. And
so a push in the back by Marian, then a dead ball personal foul on St. Joe.
We had a push in the back by the Knights.
Marian High School is celebrating 60 years of academic excellence. For 6 decades, we've been a leader in academics, athletics, service, and faith. Experience our tradition of excellence yourself. It's a great time to be a Knight. Visit marianhs.org to learn more.
For Cooper Suth, that's his first interception of the year. Young man who's involved in the Startup Moxie program, member of the track and lacrosse teams here at Marian High School. So they'll walk off the holding penalty first, or the block in the back penalty first, and then they'll turn around and do the 15-yard dead ball personal foul. The block in the back is a 10-yard penalty. Takes it to the 35, and that'll make it really easy. You give them the 15 yards, and you put it at the midfield stripe.
Understand that you walk it off because that's the way it's done, but
could have just figured it out mathematically and walked it forward 5 yards.
That's the new math.
Oh, that's
takes just a little bit longer to get where you're.
So 1st and 10 from the midfield stripe for a Marian team that already leads at 14-0 in the 64th edition of the Holy War.
Result, 1st and 10 Knights.
Lucas Marr with Brian Osmond in the backfield. Marr pump fakes. Wants to throw downfield. Looking for Deuce Owens. Did he make the catch in bounds? No, he was out of bounds.
got away with a little bit of a push off there. Deuce trying to extend away just a little bit. Great hands, though, on that play. Just a little bit too far out of bounds by Lucas Moore on the pass.
Marr now 6 of 11 throwing the ball as you get another look on the J-Mill packaging replay. He did a great job of buying time for Owens. And Owens, yeah, the foot was definitely out of bounds when he came down with it. You only have to get the 1 foot down in high school football, but it still has to be inbounds. And whistles blown and flags thrown. We've got a false start called against Marian.
K2 Power Solutions provides cutting-edge industrial, commercial, and renewable electrical solutions. They also want to empower the next generation and make a positive impact on the Michiana community, especially through high school athletics. Go St. Joe!
Great to have K2 on the team tonight. Thank all of our sponsors here on Sports Michiana for the tremendous support they've given us, not only tonight, but in the first 4 weeks. And many of them all season long will be with us. 2nd and 15. And a timeout is going to be called by Marian. It's sponsored by DeWalt Fluid. Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Reliance. Design, build, renovate. Chuck Freeby, Hundt, Angelo, Carlo with you from Metulski Field in Mishawaka, where it's 2nd and 15 for Marian from its own 45. Knights leading 14-0. Brian Osmond on the handoff. Gets to the outside after breaking a tackle, but another flag comes in on the play.
Quite a bit of laundry here in the second half, especially here in the first 4 or 5 minutes of the third quarter. Just a little sloppy here from both teams.
Another holding call on Marian as the flags continue to fly. That is the 9th penalty on the Knights tonight. And that is good for 75 yards in penalties.
The Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools align dedicated principals, teachers, and support staff to the mission of the church. This allows each child to experience not only a great academic and safe environment, but one that leads to the development of virtues and holiness.
So that sets them back. And it'll be 2nd down and 18 now after the holding call. Halftime at Community Field in Knox, and the Redskins lead Tippecanoe Valley by a count of 14-6. Throw in the flat. Braxton Brooks makes the catch. Brooks trying to make his way upfield and gets back into St. Joe territory as he takes it to the 48-yard line. That's a pretty nice pickup of 10 yards that time by Brooks, who has made 5 catches tonight for 57 yards.
Yeah, great job by Brooks getting it upfield, getting them into a manageable 3rd and 8 here.
It's 3rd down and 8 for the Knights.
LaVille with a 7-6 lead on Bremen with 9:47 to go in that one. Bremen playing without their top receiver, Graverson, tonight, who's out with a knee injury. 3rd and 8, and another whistle and another timeout. Sponsored by DeWalt Fluid Power. 6:14 to go in the third. Back with more after this.
Your garage door keeps your home, family, and valuables safe and secure. Make sure it always looks good and works well. Precision Garage Door is your one-stop shop for design, installation, and repairs. Count on us to help you choose the right materials, style, and color for your new door. And when you need repairs, we're ready. Our friendly trained technicians work around your schedule and are available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Call your local Precision Garage Door today.
Garage doors done right.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Football Game of the Week being brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community.
Upgrading your window treatments? Don't DIY it. Call Quality Window Treatments with free in-person consultations, design help, and local installation. There's no guesswork required. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com and see your space in a whole new light.
3rd and 8 for Marian from the St. Joe 48. Marr looks right, fires into the Marian bench. It'll be 4th down in a punting situation.
Opportunity for Marian to get the ball down inside the red zone here, back up St. Joe a little bit.
The good news for Lucas Marr is when he has been off target, enough to not put it into a situation where it can be picked off. Unlike his great execution by Marian under pressure that time by Simonowski, a 39-yard punt with no return.
Locally owned, going back 4 generations, Place Homes in South Bend has a team of players, architects, and designers ready to work for you on building your dream home. Visit placehomes.net for more information. Place Homes, building homes, not houses. Go St. Joe.
So 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line for the St. Joe Huskies, who have not been able to really get much offense generated tonight. They had one drive that penetrated to the Marian 21-yard line late in the first half, and what happened then was a pick 6 by Marian that gave them the first touchdown of the game. A.J. Lassane still in there at quarterback. Looks to throw out in the flat, and he completes it to his tight end, Mason Kazmierzak, for his first catch of the night. And the lacrosse catches, Eric Logan is down on the field for Marian and slow to get up, and he'll hobble off.
J-Mill Packaging in Mishawaka is always rooting. J-Mill Packaging is one of the nation's leading box and packaging manufacturers. If you need custom packages, visit boxpackaging.com to learn more.
2nd and 7 after a 3-yard pickup by Kazmierzak. Lassane working from the gun. Play action.
You can see here in the J-Mill Packaging replay, Lassane waiting, firing it downfield, got an arm on it. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on, but just little hand gestures back and forth.
So that'll leave it to 3rd and 7. And Lassane, who had a pretty good stretch late first quarter and the second quarter of completions, has only been able to complete 1 out of his last 6 passes. And St. Joe will take a timeout here. We'll keep it here.
Imaginary Finishing Technologies in South Bend is a longtime supporter of high school athletics. They're also helping NASA send astronauts back to the moon. Want to help? Learn more and joining the Imaginary Finishing Technologies team at iftww.com/careers.
Reminder, next Friday night on Sports Michiana, we'll go in the Northern Lakes Conference as number 10 Northwood, which is in a dogfight with Mishawaka tonight over at Steele Stadium, takes on Northridge. Pregame at 6:45, kickoff at 7. Let's go downstairs for a Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools Sideline Report. Angelo DiCarlo has a special guest.
And we have the superintendent of the Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools, David Mago. How awesome is this evening?
Man, it's been great. It's obviously been a battle with the defensive fronts, dominating the game on both sides. So I think it's going to have to come down to St. Joe trying to find a way to turn the ball over on the defensive and get a defensive score tonight.
How nice is it to see the communities of both schools coming out the way they have here this evening?
I mean, when you span the stadiums and you see the student involvement here and the support for each other, it's just an exciting thing to see and to know that these kids care so much for their teammates and support in this way.
Your second year as superintendent of schools here for the Diocese, what's it been like for you?
Oh, it's been a great experience. I know I've grown personally in my faith just being in it every day, all day, and to experience all these fans who are devoted to the mission is really also very exciting. The teachers, I mean, we have almost 1,000 teachers in our diocese, and to see them so committed to our mission is really exciting to see.
David, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for sponsoring this Sideline Report. Chuck and Bo, back up to you.
And we thank the Diocese once again for their support. High snap. Ryder plays with a punt sponsored by K2 Power Solutions. And it will roll dead at the St. Joe 32-yard line. So, again, outstanding field position for Marian. This is one of the things both coaches talked about was the field position that special teams would be effective in.
Yeah, they talked about that would be a pretty much difference of the game, and Marian's had the best field position all night. One time they were backed up down to the 2-yard line, but other than that, they've had great field position, and St. Joe's defense has been working extra hard throughout this game because they've had to defend such a short field throughout this game.
Don't forget, Friday nights on Pulse FM 103.